KSN Freeman Health Live First Alert Doppler Storm Center. Weather with meteorologist Matt Poskai.
Welcome back to the KSN Storm Center. Let's take a look outside here with our tower cam brought to you by the Stables Casino. And we still have that camera pointed at the storm off to our east-southeast. And for the most part, that storm now has weakened considerably as it moves east. And it actually kind of gets a little bit of away from that dry line. The dry line is just way far to the east there compared to where it was supposed to be. It's not unheard of, but it is a little uncommon for this time of the year for that to happen. Usually that's more of a spring season or even an early fall season kind of a setup where you get a dry line this far to the east, and that's on I-49. The storm is no longer tornado warned. There are no tornado warnings actively in the 4 states region, so good news there. The severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to continue, and that was what was issued in place of that, and that's going to continue to about 7:15 as the storm moves to the north and east here. Freeman Health Live First Alert Doppler radar picking up on the storms. We have most of the activity here and most of the severe threats with this feature pretty much starting to kind of clear out. I mean, the dry line has already caught up to us. Temperatures are starting to fall here as we go into the evening hours. They're not falling very quickly. They're actually, some cities are not falling at all. And the reason is that is a dry line. It's not a cold front. The cold front is triggering these new showers and might even have a couple of thunderstorms later this evening. Those are going to be elevated. All right, and if they're elevated, it means they have no direct connection to the ground. You have to have that for any kind of tornado threat. Now, that said, it's also using much less energy because the dry line is kind of clearing out a lot of the moisture. So these are going to be mainly showers with maybe a storm or two mixed in there, and that'll push eastward here and clear out through the evening and overnight. So after midnight, we're expected to be pretty much rain-free. Not cloud-free, but rain-free. And you'll notice Futurecast shows this is at 8 o'clock with a couple thunderstorms here right around Monette as well as on top of Bentonville there. Most of this activity is east of I-49, and then overnight, temperatures are going to fall into the 30s. Not just that, though. They're going to be 30s hitting you in the face with gusts at around 50-plus miles per hour. So this is going to be a windy night. We've got a high wind warning in effect, and that is behind the cold front. This is storm-free wind, okay? This has nothing to do with any storms today. This is high wind for just wind throughout the night, okay? So temperatures in the 30s are going to feel like 20s, maybe teens when you factor in the high speed of the wind out there. I mean, it's gale force wind gusts. And then tomorrow, temperatures will struggle to rise into the 40s. We'll have sunshine in the morning, but it's just got to be cloudy and chilly the rest of the afternoon. The good news for tomorrow, though, is that the wind will be much lighter. And, of course, if you're doing some driving there for Travel Wednesday, the busiest travel day of the year, that could still be an issue in terms of the fact that it's just cold outside. So other than that, we actually don't expect too many travel problems tomorrow. Thanksgiving, though, you'll have a lot of rain in the area. We're not expecting any storms that day. Friday, we do have that threat for storms, especially Friday night into Saturday morning. That's something we'll have to watch just because the latest storm system here was a bit stronger than expected, and so it's kind of putting people on edge here for Friday night to Saturday morning. I would expect right now that if we do have a threat with that, that's going to be mainly in Oklahoma, but something we'll keep an eye on there as we go throughout the work week. Of course, you can always track these storms and stay updated here on the forecast by going to 4stateshomepage.com. Anytime we have a change to that forecast, that's the first place it shows up. Picture for this half hour, very appropriately so, is from Todd Calhoun here, and this is a picture of some storm clouds. No, not tonight. I think this was actually just a couple of months ago. Gotcha. This was over in September. Gotcha. But if there was any good lightning shots tonight, you know he's got.
And trust me, as we saw on Tower Cam, there was some beautiful lightning.
Yeah. There was. Yeah, it was impressive.
Okay, Matt, thanks so much for keeping us updated with everything. Thanksgiving, of course, fast approaching, and that means one of the biggest events of the year.